Welcome to Real Life Matters. My name is DBoss, where we have a power-packed inspired show for you, and we feature real people with real matters. I have here today with me someone who bakes from like where my nationality is, from Barbados. And she does a lot of those specialty bakings that you don't see very often here in Canada. Yes, if you know somebody, fine. But if somebody that actually do it as a profession. With no other further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Rochelle Joseph of Lussh Cakes and Treats. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Wow. We finally got someone from Barbados that makes these things, these treats here.
Yeah.
Lussh.
Yes.
How did you come up with your name, Lussh?
That was actually a nickname that was given to me years ago.
Lussh.
I was probably like 19, a long time ago.
I hope it's not meaning lush like what it means.
Yes, it did. It did. It happened in a
That's your
party.
nickname?
It was my nickname. Still my nickname. Yeah. Yeah.
We see, you never know, but that's okay.
And it stuck.
It stuck with you?
It stuck.
Lussh.
Yeah.
Cakes and treats. And people, she makes all kinds of treats here. I'm going to show in a minute, but we're just getting the background. So what way did you want to start baking?
I've always loved baking. I've baked for many years. I never took it seriously as a business, but I just love to bake. I just bake and kind of give to my neighbors, give to my friends. It was kind of like a stress relief for me. And then I was constantly hearing, you need to do something with this professionally.
Right.
And I finally decided to take it seriously.
Wow. So you come out, people, if you're at home, she makes coconut bread, sweet bread, whichever island you call it from, but I'm just calling it today from Barbados style. She makes conkeys, coconut turnovers, black cake, rum cake. She makes vegan cheesecakes. She makes cakes for all occasions, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Which I'm going to pull in this bag to show you guys here. Oh my God. This is a coconut turnover made today and fresh. From Rochelle.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I'm going to take a bite. This is the authentic one.
Yeah.
It's got the coconut inside.
Lots of coconut.
Lots of coconut, right?
Yeah, lots of coconut.
And you have coconut bread too that you said with coconut?
Or without coconut, yeah.
Sorry, this tastes so good I could just have a cup of tea right now. But anyways, I'm going to show you something else. Sorry.
Sweet bread. And this one is filled with coconut in the middle.
This is filled with coconut in the middle. I don't know if people are going to tackle me before I get home, but at least I know that I have this here. And you do the coconut, and you can do the hard one and the soft one, because I know my mom used to make the soft coconut cake.
Yeah.
And this is authentic. You say you do fish cakes too, right?
No, I don't. I just
you don't do any more?
No, just the more bake and like steamed treats. I don't do savory appetizers. I don't do those things. No.
So what can you tell people that who don't know what a conky is? This is not the conky people. This is coconut bread, because we got people of all nationalities watching this. So tell people what the conky creates.
So a conky, for the other islands, say Jamaica calls it Thai leaf, blue draws, or Dukana, and St. Vincent calls it Dukunu.
Dukunu? Mm-hmm. Okay. And St. Vincent. Well, she has a little bit of St. Vincent in her too, so we have to take it from there, right?
Have to include that. So it's made with pumpkin, a bit of sweet potato, and coconut.
Okay.
And you mix it with your spices and whatnot, and it's typically wrapped in a banana leaf. For people that can't get a banana leaf here in Canada, they use
the regular foil.
Yeah, they use foil paper, but I can find.
And you put raisins in it too, right?
You can get it with or without raisins. Some people don't like it with raisins; they prefer it just plain. But I think the raisin adds to the flavor. So that's basically what a conky is. It's typically enjoyed in Barbados for Independence. That's usually the only time of year that we'll get
Independence?
Yeah. So the end
we used to get it. I guess maybe people used to just make it for us.
Well, here I make it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. But back home, we typically only make it in November.
And you do the cassava pone too. So tell people what that is, because some people won't know what that is, but they can buy it.
Cassava pone, so it's made with cassava, which is grated. It has coconut in it as well. Some people do add a little bit of sweet potato. It's similar to the conky, but you add your spices as well. And that one is baked in the oven. It's not wrapped in a leaf. And then you also have your sweet potato pone as well, which is similar. It's made with just the ground sweet potato, your spices, and coconut milk and stuff. And that's also baked.
And it takes a long time for that one to bake, right?
It does take a long time. I like to cook it slow so it caramelizes nicely on the top from the brown sugar. So it does take a while to bake.
About 2 hours?
Depends on how big it is.
Your pans, because you sell like medium to large.
Yeah, medium to large. Or if I'm selling slices, I'll have a huge pan, so that'll take a few hours. But typically an hour and a half to 2 hours. Yeah,
yeah, because it's a thick, and if nobody hasn't had that, it's something. It's very filling, but it's very good.
It's very good. Yeah.
So we don't make that just for independence. We can make that anytime. Christmas time.
Christmas, birthday, just because you want to have some time.
And you also just won the cake baking contest at the Heritage, right?
I did at the Caribbean
Heritage
Chamber of Commerce. I did.
Yeah, the Caribbean Chamber. She won first prize.
Yeah. That was for a decorated cake, so it had to be a Caribbean themed cake.
Yes.
It actually wasn't the cake that I had in mind, and surprisingly, I won because I wasn't happy with the cake at all. Originally, I wanted to make it because the theme of the cake, it had to be the Caribbean without being a giveaway as to which island you're representing. So I wanted to include a chattel house on the top of it.
Okay.
Along with the coconut tree and stalks of sugar cane and some flying fish and stuff. It wasn't going well because it was rushed. I was actually
trying to build the flying fish. I'm trying to think about it.
Trying to put everything together. I was in the middle of final exams for school. I was filling everybody's orders, and it just wasn't working out. So I just did a couple coconut trees.
So you couldn't give away the island you were from?
Couldn't give away the island. So I was like, okay, the flying fish can't go because they're automatically going to say, oh, flying fish, that's Barbados. Yeah. So I had to take that out completely. So I just put a couple coconut trees on, and I did the sugarcane, beach, and sand. That was basically it.
Okay. But it looked really good. And what kind of cake was it? It was like you had like a pudding cake, right? Or something?
It was a vanilla sponge cake and chocolate sponge cake.
Okay. Yeah. And I ate it all. When I came home, I saw her at the thing, and I ate it. It tastes so good. But you also make the cherry cakes, right? The sponge cake. We call it pudding in Barbados, right?
We call it pudding. Yeah, we call it pudding.
It's a pound cake, pound cake. It's the same.
The pound cake is a little bit more dense.
Okay.
The sponge cake has a bit more spring to it. It's much softer.
Okay.
And it's more palatable, like I said, because I do a lot of kids' parties, and they tend to not like pound cake as much because it's so dense.
Okay.
So I do a much softer cake.
So you do the sponge.
Yeah.
Well, I like the pudding cake especially because I know my cousins when they used to make it, it said they can only last for like 5 days or something. Because if it goes, it won't even last for 2.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people. Everybody's slicing the thing. So it's 5 days because of all the fresh ingredients and the butter and all that. So you can't let it. It can't go past that time. It's not something. Can you freeze it though? I don't think so.
Some people do freeze their cakes. Me personally, I prefer to give my customers fresh baked cakes. So I try to bake my cakes as close to the delivery date as possible.
Okay.
But some cake decorators do freeze their cakes to prearrange everything that they need to have. But I don't like to freeze my cakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do, because I know you do vegan cheesecakes, you do macaroons.
Yes.
You're just not just that big. You can bake cakes for all occasions, right?
I do chocolate and strawberries.
Some Gucci cakes.
Yep, I do strawberry towers.
Strawberry towers?
Yes.
What's that have?
So it's basically chocolate covered strawberries, and they're decorated with a variety of different color and shaped sprinkles.
Okay.
And it's on a tower. That's why it's called a strawberry tower. And you arrange it with either live or fake flowers, depending on the customer's preference. Fresh flowers obviously looks better, but it's according to your budget. But it's a really nice centerpiece if you're having like a birthday party or like a sweet table for some sort of event. It looks really good as a centerpiece. You get it in different sizes, 12 inches, 18 inches. It comes in different sizes.
And what about, and I know I've seen some people, you have shot cakes, like you do Johnny Walker and you have the actual shot drop or the tube or test tube.
Alcohol.
Yes, this is, if you don't drink alcohol, that's your business. But for people, I seen her do the Johnny Walker cake and the different cakes, and you can take a shot with it. So you just build the cake and put whatever you ask them what they want. What kind of?
Yeah, they usually specify which alcohol they want. If they want like a cream liqueur, or the two that I did recently were Johnny Walker and Hennessy.
Hennessy, that's for the men.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It was a man. It was
But
a
this
man.
was actually a
birthday?
girl. It was actually
a girl.
Yeah, it
but
was
she
a girl.
wanted. Okay.
She wanted Hennessy.
Okay.
I've done like a strawberry cream liqueur type cakes, but usually the hard liquors, usually the ones that they want. Yeah.
Yes. But you didn't do a rum punch one?
I haven't had that request actually.
Yeah, you might get a request then soon.
Yeah, for a rum punch.
I wonder who. Okay, so where can people find you at, Rochelle? If they want to see you, or they want to follow you, or they want to connect with you, for baking and stuff?
I am on Instagram. My page is Lush Cakes and Treats, and I'm also on Facebook by the same handle as well, Lush Cakes and Treats.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys follow her, order from her, because I'm telling you, the baking is phenomenal, and it's good, and it's fresh, and she really likes what she's doing. And the thing is that, not just because she's from Barbados, but you know what? It's hard to find the Bayesian bakers here that are professional. It's okay, you get it from home, but that you're here. So, this thing is that you're here because there's not a lot, and you're central. So she's in Toronto. Sorry for the people if they're away, but maybe you can get your family to send it to you, or whatever. So anyways, I do want to thank you, Rochelle, for, coming back. Next time, everybody here is I don't know how I'm going to get out this place here with this coconut bread, but I'll try. But anyways, follow me. Also follow me on DBoss_1. Real Life Matters. Just pull me up. And I thank you for coming today. And I do want to thank you to everybody out there for tuning in, and follow Rochelle at Lush Cakes and Treats. Thank you. Bye.